Hey, it's awesome to have you here. Whether you're tuning in from your cozy couch with a cup of coffee or you just needed a little clarity to get through the middle of your week, I'm really glad you're here today because we're diving into something that's often misunderstood but incredibly impactful when it's done right. Let me ask you something. Have you ever kissed someone and even you were shocked by how much it affected them? One moment you're leaning in and the next they're staring at you like you've just turned their entire world upside down. Or maybe you've wondered why some kisses feel electric, emotional, unforgettable, and others just feel kind of meh, like something's missing. Here's something most people don't realize. A kiss isn't just a physical act. It's not about technique, how long it lasts, or where it leads. A kiss, when done right, is an emotional language. It's that rare moment where everything else fades away, where two people stop talking, stop thinking, and just feel. And let me tell you, men go weak. I'm talking about that heart-stopping, breath-catching, eyes-shut kind of weak when you kiss them in a way that hits them, not just physically, but emotionally. So today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. We're going to talk about 5 simple, yet incredibly powerful ways to kiss a man that go beyond his lips and straight into his heart. Because when you kiss him like this, he won't just feel it in the moment. He'll feel it the next day, the next week, and trust me, he won't forget you. Let's get into it. When it comes to kissing a man in a way that truly affects him emotionally, not just physically, presence is everything. It's easy to overlook how powerful this is because we live in a world that's full of distractions. We're constantly multitasking, checking our phones and running through mental to-do lists. Sometimes even intimate moments become automatic, and that's where we get it wrong. A kiss that makes a man weak doesn't happen when you're just going through the motion. It happens when you're fully there, mentally and emotionally. Not thinking about what's coming next, not wondering how you look, not performing, just being fully present. It may sound simple, but most people don't do it. And that's exactly why it's so powerful when you do. Picture this. You're standing close to him. Maybe your hands are gently resting on his chest or wrapped around his neck. The world slows down. You look at him, not just at his face, but into him. Your eyes meet, and you don't rush. You let there be a pause. That pause, that's where the magic happens. It's the space where all the noise from the day fades, and suddenly, it's just the two of you. Your lips touch his, not hurriedly, not because it's expected, but because you want to feel him. You stay there in that kiss as if nothing else exists. That kind of presence is rare, and men, whether they consciously realize it or not, feel it. They feel the difference between a kiss that's just routine and one that says, I'm right here with you in this moment, and there's nowhere else I'd rather be. That presence speaks volumes. It tells him that he's not just another guy, not just another box you're checking off on a date. It tells him that he's seen, valued, and chosen, right here, right now. And you know what happens when you kiss with that kind of presence? His guard drops. He stops trying to impress you, he stops thinking, stops pretending, and in that moment, he lets himself feel. That's what makes him weak, not just the kiss, but the emotion behind it. It's the way your presence invites his own. It's like you're giving him permission to show up fully, without shame, without ego, without defense. Too often we think we need to be more exciting, more skilled, more seductive. But the truth is, presence is the ultimate seduction. Because when you're present, you're authentic. You're not performing, you're connecting. And in a world that's constantly pulling us in a million different directions, a moment of true, undivided attention, especially when wrapped in a kiss, is unforgettable. If you want to leave a mark on a man's heart, don't overthink the kiss. Just show up completely. Look at him like he matters. Touch him like he's the only one you want. And kiss him like time has just stopped. That's the kind of kiss that will stay with him. If there's one thing that completely changes the energy of a kiss, it's anticipation. That delicious build-up before anything even happens. That's what makes the tease kiss so powerful. It's not about withholding affection or playing games. It's about creating tension, chemistry, and a moment of intense focus that makes the actual kiss feel unforgettable. You see, most people go straight in for the kiss. It's quick, expected, almost mechanical. But when you pause, when you hover just close enough for him to feel your breath, when you let that space between you thicken with possibility, that's when everything changes. That's when the air gets heavier, when his heartbeat quickens, and when he starts leaning in, because now he needs it, and that's the key. You're not just giving him a kiss, you're making him want it first. This kind of kiss doesn't just excite a man on a physical level, it captures his mind. You're not just touching his body, you're playing with the space between you, the invisible electricity. You come close, your eyes close, your gaze drops to his lips. You smile just a little. Maybe you brush your lips lightly over his. Not even a full kiss yet, just lingering for a second too long. It's that almost that drives him wild, because in that moment his attention is fully on you. He's not thinking about what he has to do later or what he's saying next. He's completely immersed in the experience. You might think, why does that matter? Isn't it just a kiss? But here's the thing, how you kiss sets the tone for the entire connection. When you introduce that teasing element, what you're really doing is showing confidence. You're saying, I'm not in a rush. I'm not trying to prove anything. I know my value, and I enjoy the dance of desire. That kind of energy is irresistible to a man. Men don't just crave physical intimacy, they crave emotional suspense. The feeling of wanting someone so badly it makes them pause, catch their breath, and feel. When you give him just enough of a taste to drive him crazy, but not so much that it feels transactional, that's when you flip the script. That's when he doesn't just want to kiss you, he wants you. Your energy, your mystery, your playfulness, your confidence. And the best part? You're still being authentic. You're not manipulating. You're simply inviting him into a shared moment of tension and chemistry where nothing is forced and everything is charged. That tease, that slight delay, that delicious pause, that's what makes him weak. Not because of what happens after, but because of what you built before your lips even touch. So the next time you feel that moment rising, don't rush it. Let it breathe. Let the space between you grow. Then, just when he thinks he can't take it anymore, close the distance. Because when you tease with connection, not control, that kiss becomes a moment he replays again and again in his mind. When most people think about kissing, they think lips. That's the default. Every movie, every rom-com, every love song centers around that. And yes, kissing someone on the lips can be powerful, emotional, even life-changing. But sometimes the kiss that makes the biggest impact isn't the one on his lips. It's the one that catches him off guard. The one he didn't see coming, but suddenly makes him feel completely wanted, cherished, and seen. That's why kissing him somewhere unexpected is one of the most emotionally potent moves you can make. Here's what I mean. You're sitting close to him, maybe talking, maybe laughing, or just enjoying a quiet moment where nothing needs to be said. Instead of leaning in for a typical kiss, you gently kiss his cheek, not a quick peck, but a slow, lingering, thoughtful kiss. You pull back just enough to look him in the eye and smile. Do you know what that does to a man? It melts him, because it's not just affectionate, it's personal. Now take it a step further. You kiss his neck, maybe just below the ear, or along the side of his jaw. Not in a way that's only about seduction, but in a way that says, I want to savor you. That kind of touch hits differently. It's not just about desire, it's about intimacy. It says, I'm connected to you, I'm paying attention to the little things. And trust me, he notices. Or, here's a completely different example. You kiss him on the forehead. Sounds simple, right? But context is everything. Maybe he's had a rough day. Maybe he's opened up to you about something vulnerable. Maybe he's just being quiet and reflective. And in that moment, you wrap your arms around him and kiss his forehead. Not as a romantic gesture, but as a grounding one. That one kiss can say, I see you, I'm here, you're safe with me. And that lands deep for a man in ways he probably won't even be able to express. The truth is, men don't often get to feel nurtured. They don't often get to experience affection that isn't part of an obvious romantic script. So when you break that pattern, when you kiss him in a way that's soft, unexpected, and emotionally tuned in, it hits his heart before it hits his body, and that's what makes him go weak. That's what makes the moment unforgettable. You become something different in his mind. Not just someone who kisses well, but someone who truly understands him. Someone who notices the parts of him that others overlook. Someone who makes him feel adored for who he is, not just for what he can give. Those kinds of kisses stay with him, not because they're flashy, but because they carry emotional weight. So remember, not every kiss has to be on the lips to be intimate. Sometimes the most powerful kisses are the quiet, unspoken ones. The ones that say without words, I see the real you and I love being close to it. We often hear about passion in relationships as if it's the holy grail. And